What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Gaming Channel. My name is AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are back with the weekly show, episode 139 and the first of 2019. Now, this is not, if you follow me on Twitter, you saw what I put out, I think it was a couple days ago. This is not what I had planned for this show. It's just because that video is taking longer than I thought it would take. Just figuring out how to do all the editing, to figure out to get the writing done, because I'm actually, basically, if you don't follow me on Twitter, basically what I said I was going to do is do a top 10 of 2018, but I'm going to have actual, like, gameplay playing in the background, and actually have music from the games playing behind my voice, and it's a lot of stuff to kind of all bring together, especially with my shitty editing skills, because if you really watch my videos, a lot of times it's just reading articles, or it's just gameplay. It's a lot more simple, so I don't have to, worry about what's playing in the background and this. It's just a bunch of stuff that I'm trying to figure out, and I'm trying to do it as fast as I can, and get that video up. It might be next week's show, depending on the news that we get this week. I don't know, early news in the news in the early year is always kind of like news at the end of the year is always kind of thin. It's why we've only got about 4 articles. Other than that, Samori Roden did send me a link to an IGN First video it's about 15 minutes of Anthem gameplay. I'll link that down in the description. I thought about covering it, but at the same time, really, why? I feel like we've beaten that horse to death already. I've looked at Anthem gameplay. It looks cool, looks smooth. It really looks like it's coming along, and I'll just kind of wait till February to really get my hands on it. So that's just my opinion on that. I know I've talked for a while, so how about we just get into these couple news stories that I have pulled up here. The first one, article by Adam Bankhurst on IGN. Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season, episode 3, finally has a release date. This episode is, as he said, episode 3, Broken Toys. We'll read the original article, then we'll go up to the update and watch the trailer, because holy shit, I almost shit my pants. That was a good trailer. Announced at the Kind of Funny Game Showcase. Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season's 3rd episode will be released next month. This was written back in December. So, episode 3, Broken Toys, will launch on all platforms on January 15th, 2019, and will be released by Robert Kirkman's company, Skybound, following the majority studio closure of Telltale. Last month, Skybound announced that it and previous members of Telltale Games that were working on The Walking Dead had resumed development on the final season of Clementine's story. In addition to the episode 3 news, Skybound also reassured fans that all past season and episodes are back up on almost all platforms, and all should be fixed by the launch of Broken Toys. Also, even though Telltale Games is no more, those who purchased the entire season of The Walking Dead: The Final Season will, of course, still have access to the 3rd episode and the 3rd episode and the 4th and final episode. Okay, actually, that's good. I didn't even think I wouldn't be able to get access to that. So that's good, at least. Episode 2, Suffer the Children, released in September, and in our review, we said, outside of Clementine and AJ's relationship, The Walking Dead, the final season, episode 2, feels overly formulaic and dull. I disagree with that a little bit. I actually liked the 2nd episode, but I kind of get what they were saying. I really do feel like it ramped up. It was a really good transition chapter. But at the same time, I feel like they could have done a little. They could have gone a little harder on it. They could have done a little bit more. But again, since Telltale's unexpected closure, we've compiled a list of 14 other major developments that have occurred since that fateful day in September. Not going to go over that. But yeah, I honestly like that Robert Kirkman's studio, Skybound, is taking over with this. I thought, you know what, if there's a studio to take this over, it goes to the original creator of The Walking Dead. Mix that with they're bringing in a lot of people from Telltale to finish up the game. So it's not like this is going to be like a totally new writing staff trying to finish someone else's story. It's a lot of the same people. If anything, I think all of the same people. I believe, as Skybound said, they tried to get just about everyone who worked on this game at Telltale to finish it up, but with Skybound. So honestly, I'm pumped for all that. I love The Walking Dead, and again, I liked episode 2. I do agree with them. Little formulaic, little dull, but I liked the introduction of the character who I can't remember his name, but he was wearing the Walker mask. He's walking with the Walkers. I know they have a name, The Walking Dead. I just can't fully remember it. you got to see the relationship between Clementine and one of the other survivors in the camp. You see, people got kidnapped by Lily's people, and there was a lot of really cool stuff in episode 2. Like I said, a little bit of a transition chapter, but at the same time, I think it did its job. I disagree with some of the I think 6s that people are giving it. I'd say it's a 7 or an 8, personally. Let's see here, the update on one, actually that was today. Skybound Games has announced that Episode 3 Broken Toys will be released on January 15th and will be available on the Epic Games Store, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. Yep, I don't know why they had to update that, because it's the same date. Whatever. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Don't make this harder than it needs to be, okay? I just want to know where Lily took my people.
Doesn't matter. Lily will never give them up.
You don't need to watch this. I want to.
Already right there. Love it. Love it. I love just that line. We get to see Clementine really kind of become a real badass. I mean, not saying that she hasn't been, but I mean, we really get to see it there. Where, she's lighting up what kind of looks like a cigar. You don't have to watch this, and the kid's like, I want to, kind of really toughening the kid up. Making him, really teaching him to survive this, it looks like they're going dark in this, and I love that. I love that they're taking this way darker than it has been. It reminds me, if anybody remembers the scene in The Wolf Among Us, when Bigsby was, oh god, I can't remember who was that. Who did he torture? It was either Tweedledee or Tweedledum. I couldn't remember which one. I think it was D. Either way, you captured one of them, and then you basically had the option to torture one of them. That's kind of what that scene reminds me of.
All right, what's the plan?
Our only hope is to distract them while we sneak on board.
I have something I need you to see, so you can understand what you're asking. If you want my help, try and walk with them.
There are 3 kind of eyes, Clem. There are live people eyes, and there's monsters' eyes. And then there are live people eyes right as you kill them. Like you blew a candle out. Here we go. The only way you're gonna save your people is to let us take them.
I mean, the music, the scenes they were setting up, just phenomenal. And hashtag still not bitten. And I love that we see Lee right there at the very end, indicating there's probably going to be some sort of flashback. I about crap my pants with excitement when I saw this. I am super pumped for this. I loved Telltale's The Walking Dead, and I'm so glad that this series is continuing. It's finishing up, and again, I think this is the perfect studio, and I think the studio's handling it the best possible way after something like this, like a studio closure, and it's really cool seeing this game come out, finish up. All right, so that's enough talking about The Walking Dead. Moving on to another story. This is a really short story, but I wanted to include this because I really like these games, actually. Hitman Blood Money and Hitman Absolution are getting enhanced releases. Article by Javi, I'm not entirely sure, Gwaltney, hopefully that's correct. That's from a couple days ago on Game Informer. Hot off the bloody heels of Hitman 2's release, IO Interactive revealed today that both Hitman Blood Money and Hitman Absolution are coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One as a single package. The Hitman HD Enhanced Collection releases on January 11th digitally. Honestly, super pumped about this. Loved Hitman Blood Money. I mean, it probably, up until Hitman 2, probably my favorite Hitman game. I really liked the new Hitman 2. I really enjoyed Hitman 2. It was really fun. There was something about the maps and everything that just clicked with me. But Blood Money has some of the Hitman moments that I absolutely remember. You know, the moments of taking out the guy with the fake pistol in the opera. I'm trying to remember some of the other ones. I know I said most memorable, and then I've almost forgot. You know, like that Heaven That Hell nightclub in that final mission. The wedding down in the bayou. The trying to kill that that mob guy who's under FBI watch in that suburb, and there's so many weird ways to take him out. I mean, I'm honestly, I was super pumped when I heard that this might be happening, and I'm so glad this is actually happening, and that we get them in a bundle. And I mean, again, Absolution, I'd argue, was still pretty good. It wasn't great. I mean, it was a little over the top, a little too over the top, even for Hitman. And I mean, I'm talking, this is a game in which I saw somebody's head light on fire. Yeah. Hitman Absolution, I still thought was a pretty good game. The version of the game contains a large number of enhancements, including improved lighting, update controls, and 60 FPS. For more on Hitman Blood Money, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, again, like I said, short story. I really don't have a lot more to add than that, but I'm super pumped. I absolutely love Blood Money, and I liked Absolution. So honestly, I'll probably pick this up, and I'll probably play both of these games on the channel. Moving on to another game that I've honestly been super excited for. Catherine Full Body to reveal special announcement on Friday. Look, I have loved Catherine since I first played it. Hell, actually since before I played it. Since I even heard about this game. I really think a lot of people slept on this game when it first came out. I think it kind of quickly became a cult hit because it kind of came out. Nobody really knew about it, wasn't really playing it, and then it just quickly became just this cult hit. And I tried it a few years later, and I mean, I absolutely loved Catherine Full Body, or Catherine. I absolutely loved the game, and now that they're updating it, they're adding this new character. I'm absolutely stoked about Catherine Full Body, and honestly, I'm kind of hoping it comes to the Switch, but that's just me. Let's see here. Article, Chris Moyes. Catherine Full Body to reveal special announcement on Friday. Atlas has announced that they have a special announcement planned for later this week concerning their sexy and nightmarish puzzle title, Catherine Full Body. The announcement will be made on January 11th, 12 p.m. JST, which works out as January 10th, 19 hours Pacific, 22 Eastern. I'm not going to do that math. I think that's like 10 p.m. I don't know. I don't work on military time. Leave me alone. There are multiple possibilities here. We still don't have a release date for the confirmed Western release. Dear God, I hope that's what it is. There are also possibilities of a new platform being announced. Dear God, be on the Switch. I think this game would fit perfectly on the Switch. Art style, gameplay, everything. I think this game screams the Switch. And it's the world's worst kept secret that a PC release of the original Catherine is on the horizon. Yeah, that's pretty much all but been confirmed. What they were using like Bayonetta to tease Catherine. It was weird. To be honest, you can't make any assumptions when it comes to the weird world of Catherine. We'll see. Catherine Full Body launches on PS4 and PS Vita in Japan February 14th. Now, when we'd see this, I'm not going to take a guess on when we're going to see this in the US, mostly because I'm always wrong when I guess this stuff. But I mean, if it's a February 14th release, I'd guess we'd probably see it. As soon as I say I wasn't going to guess, I'm going to make a guess. I'd guess we see it somewhere in August. Because I don't think they'd make people wait a full year for this game. I think that they'd do it. They'd drop it pretty quickly. You know, you know what I mean? They'd try and have a fast turnaround on the localization. So I have a feeling that it's going to be August. It's going to be late summer, is my guess. I don't think they want to go up against some of the possible big titles like The Last of Us Part 2. There's rumors that Death Stranding is going to that's going to be coming out this year, which I highly doubt on that one, but whatever. Ghost of Tsushima. Wait, Tsushima in the summer. I'm not entirely sure when Ghost of Tsushima is going to be coming out. I mean, hell, there's even rumors that Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be next year. Now, how much I believe, or I guess I should be saying this year because it is 2019. Now, how much do I believe that Cyberpunk 2077 is going to come out this year? I don't know. I'm still sitting at it's possible, but I still think 2020 seems the most likely. But that's just the vibe I'm getting here. But definitely, Catherine Full Body, stoked. My guess would be this August is probably when we'd see Catherine. Final story. You all know I'm a massive Persona fan. Absolutely love the franchise. I've been playing it. I think it was 3 that first got me into the game. And then I bought 3 FES on my PlayStation 2. And then, continuing on in here, we also have, they mentioned Persona 4 and Persona 4 Golden. Well, Persona 5 are announced, but what remains is still a mystery. Article by Timur Hussein on GameSpot. Atlus has announced Persona 5R, a new version of its acclaimed RPG. A teaser video has been released and a website for the game has also gone live. However, neither reveal what this new version of Persona 5 will include. Instead, both the website and the teaser point to more information being revealed in March of 2019. The video begins with the PlayStation logo sting, indicating that whatever it is, it'll be on PS4 at the very least. The new teaser is also littered with the phrase "new project," suggesting this could be there could be multiple things revealed in March. Atlus has a history of releasing second enhanced versions of previous entries in the series, with both Persona 3 FES or FES, I'm not entirely sure. Excuse me, sorry about that hiccup. Persona 3 FES or FES, I've never been able to tell. And Persona 4 Golden, making tweaks to the original experience and adding in new content. It could be that Persona 5R follows along the same lines. Of course, many are hoping that the game will make its way to other platforms, specifically the Nintendo Switch. Honestly, I've been saying this for the longest time. I think Persona would fit so well on the Switch. I really wish Nintendo could get a deal with Atlus and Sony. I'm not entirely sure of the full business workings that would go into this, but I would love to see like Persona 3 and 4 both make their way to the Switch. I'm serious. I would pay a full $60 for both of them. I would pay $60 separately for Personas 3 and 4 on my Switch. I mean, again, I'd pay another $60 for Persona 5 on my Switch. I would not hesitate to do that. I would love those games in more of a mobile platform. Granted, I do have a Vita, so I could play crossplay, but yeah, whatever. I loved Persona 5. I thought the game was amazing, and honestly, I think it would be perfectly at home at the Switch, in my opinion. Again, Atlus has released portable versions of the previous Persona titles, with Persona 4 Golden coming to PlayStation Vita. Given that a PlayStation 3 version of Persona 5 exists, this could serve as a good version for the developer to adapt to the Switch. Lending some fuel to the speculation that a Switch version could be on the way is the recent announcement that Joker, the protagonist of Persona 5, will be added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a DLC fighter. This means the two companies have a working relationship, and Joker may appear on the Switch in his own game too. Nintendo has said 5 DLC characters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will be released by February 2020. Each of them will be newcomers to the series and characters who you wouldn't anticipate being included in Smash. Persona 5 originally launched in March 2017. In her review, Lucy James awarded it a 9 out of 10, and I quote, "Within Persona 5 is a complex set of interconnected gameplay mechanics, and in almost every aspect Atlus has executed on its vision exceptionally, barring the pacing issues towards the end," end quote, she said. Yeah, I agree. I'd still give it a 10 out of 10. It was everything I wanted out of a Persona game. You know it's going to be slow. You know a lot of that stuff. So yeah, I give it a 10 out of 10 personally, but I'm also a massive Persona fan. So again, grain of salt. And I quote, "At every turn, it presents something to marvel at, whether it's the fluid combat, vibrant world, or the many memorable characters. It's a game I could talk about for hours." Yep. I haven't mentioned the ability to connect to the Thieves Guild, which lets you see how other players spent their day or ask them for help answering questions at school. Honestly, never really played with that, personally. Or the thumping acid jazz-infused soundtrack, phenomenal soundtrack, that I've not been able to get out of my head, or even just the joy of seeing how it stylishly transitions between menus, but that encapsulates why Persona 5 is a game that shouldn't be missed. It's stuffed to bursting point with gameplay ideas and presentation flourishes. There's an overwhelming level of artistry in every part of Persona 5, making it a truly standout entry in the series. It's a refined, effortlessly stylish RPG that will be talked about for years to come. Now, end quote. I think that's perfect. I think that's a great way to put it. I agree with everything that was said there. I mean, it was a phenomenal game. I feel like now I'm just talking about how great Persona 5 was. But no, I really do hope that this is a enhanced version of Persona 5. I thought about putting this on Twitter, and this is kind of this will be my last real thought for the video. But I'm honestly really excited for the idea that I get to experience Persona 5 again for the first time. That I get to play, I get to go into Persona 5 again, but know that it's going to be something new. And honestly, I just started Persona 5 again about a month ago, and I'm still blown away by the game. Absolutely great. If you haven't played it and you have a PS4, definitely Persona 5, get it. And I really hope that this means this is either going to be, we're going to see a Switch or an enhanced version. And I really hope it comes out this year. But all right. I'll stop. I'll stop ranting about Persona. So like I said, guys, this is going to be a kind of a short video talking about this stuff. Keep an eye out for that top 10 video that I'm working on. I hope it works out, and I hope it's good and not just a giant pile of trash. But we'll see how all that is in the later days. So here's looking to 2019. I think we got a great year coming up. I mean, with just, the stuff that we're talked about in this video. This month we have we also have Resident Evil 2, Travis Strikes Again, Kingdom Hearts 3. We got a ton of stuff this month alone. Don't get me started on February. So I'm pumped for this. I hope you guys stick around. Check out the gameplay videos. You know, I post pretty much every day. I will say tomorrow I will not be posting. I'm sorry about that. I have to go to school. I have to go down to school for a work thing, and it's gonna. So basically, I have to leave at noon, and so I'm going to be gone for most. I'm going to be gone for most of the day, and I'm not going to get back till late at night. So I'll pick back up on Wednesday. I'm sorry about this. There's no way around it. Other than that, I upload pretty much daily. There are days that, I can't for work reasons, but I upload pretty much daily, this weekly show. I'm going to try and keep it on that consistent on Saturdays, but it's always subject to change. I am a student. I do have a job, all that stuff. I feel like I'm rambling while I always do this. I ramble at the end of the show because I try and always feel like I'm forgetting something. Nah, I think we're good. So all my social media and links to all the articles will be posted down in the description below. Please go give me a follow, give me a like, give me anything like that. Stay tuned on anything that I do on the channel, on my website, anything like that. You can also please hit that like button. Leave me a comment, and subscribe if you're not already for more. And until next time, my name's AJ Gels, the Untitled Gaming Channel. I'm out.